Hello everyone and welcome on into the Bears. Today we are reviewing the Pokemon DLCs for Scarlet and Violet because I have thoughts. A lot of thoughts. And this is also the first review on the channel! These won't be the most common videos, but when I finish a game, I do plan on making a review about it. If you want to see more of my content, definitely don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Today's video we're doing a voiceover, and we're just gonna play my stream on the background, as well as have some nice little lo-fi music going on as well. So this is, I should say, my actual voiceover. So let me know how you guys also like that. If you want to see more like voiceover content. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So for this DLC review, we are going to focus on a few aspects of it. Mainly the story, the features that have been added into the game, and as well as some endgame activities. For each review, these aspects will change and vary between each game. But for this DLC, these are the points we're focused on. So let's go ahead and get started with the story. The base Scarlet and Violet game, I absolutely loved the story, especially with your ride Pokemon. For me, it was Miraidon, because I chose Violet. And of course the Arven and the Professor story as well. The gym battles were the same, but the team story for Team Star, I related to so much with the bullying aspect of it, and I adored Penny. When the DLC started, I didn't really know what to expect for the story. Teal Mask began, I just didn't like it. I thought, oh yeah, Ogerpon was cute, and fuck that mean trio. As for the characters and the overall lore behind Ogerpon, I just found it boring, and I didn't like the new characters. Carmi eventually warmed up to me, but I hated her little brother. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think it's Kieran. He seemed nice at first, but then after the whole like Ogerpon catching deal, I did not like him. After the Teal Mask, you go to Blueberry Academy, where we are exchange students. Now, the story for this part of the DLC, I actually got really into it. We reunited with Carmine, but it turns out Kieran has come back to Blueberry Academy with a mission of being the best, and also being a huge dick. He has become the champion of the Elite Club, and we joined the club because Drayton, who, fun fact, is the Black and White's Dragon type leaders. I forgot his name off the top of my head, but that's his grandson. I found pretty cool. Drayton wants to take him down a notch because he has become so cocky, and I can't blame him. So we challenged the Elite Four. Some had some really annoying, like, elite challenges, but regardless, we beat them and go to challenge the champion, Kieran, and we beat his ass. If you bring Ogerpon into the battle, Kieran gets so fucking pissed, but to me, he deserves it, let's be honest. Once we beat him and Drayton finishes taunting him as the ex-champion, the teacher said she has been printed by Gita to go down further into Area 0 to look for the hidden treasure. So we join her alongside Carmine, and of course, Kieran has to weasel his way to come with us since he is the champion, but at that point he was already ex-champion. So we venture down and find the hidden treasure, and it turns out to be this cute little turtle Pokemon called Terapagos. Kieran pulls this diamond out of a rock because he is just so determined to find this goddamn legendary Pokemon. And when he pulls the diamond out, there's this little cute turtle Pokemon. I love Terapagos. It is so stinking cute. And when it awakens, it starts to run towards you. But Kieran is so jealous. He is the biggest little bitch. And he fucking master balls Terapagos. And it's like, the poor thing didn't even consent to being masterballed by Kieran. And Kieran seems to think that this will make him so much better than us, since he is jealous of how strong we are and how legendary Pokemon seem to favor us. So we gotta take his little cocky ass down a notch, and we battle him. And then he gets pissed because Terapagos isn't strong enough, and we beat them without a problem. So the teacher tells him to terrestrialize it, and once he does, Terapagos gets too much power and actually breaks Kieran's Master Ball with a powerful beam. Didn't think you could destroy a Master Ball, but apparently we can. So we battle it again, and after a few turns of Kieran quite literally crying in a corner, he finally joins us to help beat the terrestrialized Terapagos. Then it's our turn to catch him. After we catch it, Kieran decides to stop being so whiny and apologizes for what he turned into, and it makes me so jealous of how cool and strong we are. Even after his apology, though, I still don't like him. People online were saying that he had like a major like character breakthrough, but in my opinion, it just wasn't enough. Like, yeah, he apologized. That doesn't absolve his behavior for me. Overall, I didn't hate the DLC story. The teal mask one, I truly didn't care for, and I really didn't even pay attention to. Regardless, it was just kind of boring. I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't get into it. But the Blueberry Academy story was an improvement, at least a little bit for me. Going forward, who knows, maybe I'll change my mind about it, but for right now, even after beating it, the story was just meh. It didn't live up to the base game story, and I knew I didn't expect it to, but it wasn't great. So, let's talk about the features that have been added to the DLCs. For the Teal Mask, it was pretty similar to Sword and Shield's first DLC. New area, returning Pokemon, new legendary, and a new trio. I was hoping for more features in the second DLC with the Blueberry Academy, with the, I guess you could call it technically the Indigo Disc. As the Crown Tundra added Dynamax Adventures, and I just absolutely loved Dynamax Adventures. The Indigo Disc added some stuff, but nothing on the level of Dynamax Adventures. I miss Dynamax Adventures so much. You had to upgrade the areas in Blueberry Academy with BBP to get some quality of life and catch the starters from each generation. They also added the Pokeball Lotto system to get the more rarer Pokeballs and Apri Balls from second generation more easily, and like Beast Balls and Master Balls, so you can get those types of rare Pokeballs more easily than having to go to the auction house and reset to get the one that you might want to buy. And they also added a all-type Sparkling Power sandwich, so I haven't gotten this new Sparkling Power sandwich recipe yet, but I believe it's supposed to help alleviate having to use a whole bunch of different Urban Mysticas, but I haven't actually gotten it quite yet. I think, even though it added all of those nice quality of life changes, and of course new Pokemon starters being back, I think I'm just more disappointed there isn't a new way to shiny hunt the legendaries, like they added in Crown Tundra with the Dynamax Adventures. The Dynamax Adventures was like the easiest way to get shiny legendaries in the more recent games. I think the last time they did that was with the wormholes in Sun and Moon, but that was again Sun and Moon days, and that was on the 3DS. So it's like this was the newest way to do it on the Switch with Dynamax Adventures. And then for this game, they added the legendaries, but you can't really shiny hunt them in a fun way like they did in Crown Tundra. Overall, the new features are okay, but for me, it's more disappointing that there wasn't anything like hype worthy or even better than Sword and Shield's DLCs. So for me, that aspect of it definitely disappointing. And lastly, I guess you can tie this into the endgame activities that the new DLCs brought. As I mentioned, at Blueberry Academy, you had to do BBQs to earn BBP, to get various upgrades and the quality of life changes. You can catch the previous generation's legendaries, but they are, I believe, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I'm pretty sure that they are shiny locked, so you can't even soft reset them. The only one I think you can that isn't shiny locked is Kubfu, but I don't know for sure. I have seen people are soft resetting to get Kubfu shiny, but I'm not. Don't quote me on that one. I think that's the only one you can get. But for me, with the BBP, grinding it out just isn't enough for me to keep coming back to play it. Besides shiny hunting, like once I get all the stuff unlocked that I want, after that, it's really no point in getting the BBPs to get anything after you've unlocked what you wanted. The starters, the sandwich recipe, the lotto. It's just like after that, it's like, well, now I can just shiny hunt everything, which is fine. But what kept me playing Sword and Shield for a while after the DLCs were done and they were released, what kept me playing was the Dynamax Adventures, because they were super fun to do, and I had a better chance at getting a shiny legendary than soft resetting in the older games. And I don't even have access to the older games. I don't have my 3DS anymore. I never got Sun and Moon. I don't have them anymore. So the only way I could shiny hunt the legendaries is through Dynamax Adventures. I can shiny hunt in Diamond and Pearl from the remakes, but everything else, that if I want to get a shiny Kieran, I need to go do a Dynamax adventure in Sword and Shield. So even nowadays, even after Sword and Shield is technically not even the current generation, I still have a reason, if I want to go back to Sword and Shield and do Dynamax adventures. But when it comes to the DLCs overall for this generation, I think I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 10. They were just average. It didn't wow me like the Sword and Shield's Crown Tundra did. The story was lackluster. It was okay, and the features just weren't great. I wish they would have done something a little similar to Dynamax Adventures with Terror Raids, maybe, but with how unstable Terror Raids can be, maybe it was for the best. I wish Pokemon would do something more, and I wish they did do something more with the DLCs. It wasn't great. It wasn't memorable. It wasn't amazing. And I had too much of a hope from Sword and Shield's DLCs. I guess maybe I should have lowered my expectations a little. But I just wanted something similar with Dynamax Adventures, because they were just so fun. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed my little review. I definitely want to do more of these types of reviews during this year. My next one should be out sometime in February, and I will be doing my review of Final Fantasy 16. I'm almost done as I'm recording. I'm so close to being done with 16. I have maybe another batch of long side quests and then the final boss for the game. I may do a separate review for when the last DLC comes out for Final Fantasy 16. Maybe something similar to this, a little short review of the DLCs. And I will incorporate the one that's currently out and then the Leviathan one. I'm super excited for the Leviathan one. But yeah, look forward to that coming in February. More than likely sometime. I can't guarantee what time in February. I gotta sit down and just beat the game. I'm so close. But yeah, so that'll be my next one. And yeah, until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Leave a like and subscribe for more content and live streams, as I do live stream here on YouTube now. I live stream on both Twitch and YouTube. If you want to watch me on Twitch, the link will be down below, as well as all of my other social media links. So you can follow me on all of the socials and maybe join my Discord too. So you can get the more up-to-date aspects of what is happening with the streams and videos. Tell me though in the comments what you thought of the DLCs. I would love to know. And I will see you all in the bears again very soon. Bye-bye!